Alright, shalom, shalom. I give all the honor, glory, and praises to YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, by Hashem, QADASH. Double honors to my elders at Great Millstone, taught me this truth through the Spirit. Single honors to the elect, peace and blessings to all the sensitive men, women, and children that do consist of the 1/3, and to the confusion of faces in the four corners of the earth. Shalom, shalom. Alright, this video is pretty much going to be on how the rich is robbing the poor. And as you know, Esau, so-called white man, biblically, and through history, secular history, and Israelites, so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, always been at a feud since the beginning of time. From what we know, is spiritual. All right, it goes back to Cain and Abel, to Jacob and Esau, to the modern day, the present time right now. But anyways, this is an article speaking about Brett Favre. Brett Favre was a NFL quarterback. Brett Favre played for the Green Bay Packers. Brett Favre one of them old rednecks for real, right? That's how we know who Esau is. You know, the Bible said he came out red all over. And in the South, what do country white folks call themselves? Rednecks, right? So what's been going on in Jackson, Mississippi is that their water has been tainted and polluted for some time, just like Flint, Michigan, and it's primarily in the area where they are poverty-stricken people, mainly so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. And it has come to fruition that he's been stealing from the poor with an ex-governor by the name of Phil Bryant, if I'm not mistaken. As you can see right here in the article, which I took a screenshot of. And Shannon Sharp was also an NFL tight end that is a co-host with Skip Bayless on Fox Sports Undisputed. In the article, it says Shannon Sharp slams sleazeball Brett Favre amid $1.1 million welfare fund scandal and insists I'm going to read it verbatim, black player in his position would not have been inducted to the NFL Hall of Fame. Now, this is Shannon Sharp's quote right here. The sleazeball quote was his, but this is his quote right now in the green. Quote, "You have to be a sorry mofo to steal from the underserved," unquote. And as you can see in the yellow, it says Brett Favre was reportedly paid $1.1 million for motivational speeches he did not make. Also goes on to say the money allegedly came from a Mississippi welfare fund in a wider scheme. All right. Now, Brett Favre, he did have some disparaging comments during the whole George Floyd situation. I'm sorry. He did have some comments, but it was Drew Brees. It was Drew Brees. I'm sorry. What I want to say is that you have a lot of these quarterbacks. You people look at these quarterbacks. Let me say this: these athletes, entertainers, as different type of stars, but they look at you as the gum on the bottom of the shoe, or maybe even less than that, right? Like, what kind of heart, what kind of man would do such a thing? Let's be honest. There's even some quote unquote poor white people that live amongst us as well. And when I say quote unquote, I mean that they look like so-called white people, but they really Israelites, right? You know, but that mentality goes to show you how Esau is. I mean, look at how America was founded off of rape, rob, and murder. So these are the same people that really could care less about you. I mean, even Brett Favre in certain Texas, he was saying that, oh, blacks and browns don't deserve water, right? So this right here is screenshots I took from an article that I will leave in the description box. Cyrus McQueen says, wait, Jackson doesn't have clean water, but the governor of Mississippi helped divert millions of dollars in welfare funds to build a new volleyball stadium. Listen here. For Brett Favre's daughter sounds about white. Not right, white. That's what he said. Ricky DeVilla. So let me understand this right. The former Republican governor of Mississippi, Phil Bryant, multimillionaire Brett Favre. Listen here, y'all. This man is already a multi-millionaire and still stealing from the poor. That's why I'm making this video. Okay? And others made a scheme to funnel nearly $5 million in welfare funds to build a new volleyball stadium at a college that Favre's daughter played at. That's a question mark. That is a crime, yes? Question mark. And then Ricky DeVilla also linked a photo with Favre with Trump, and it says, "Oh, the corruption and the criminal activity makes perfect sense now." And then you have the vomit emoji. Okay, man. Continuing on. This is from Lindy Lee. I believe this would be a Moabite, so-called Chinese woman. Brett Favre stole $5 million from Mississippi to build a new stadium for his daughter's college. Favre was worth $110 million. How much do you really love your daughter, man? You couldn't even take your own money? You gonna take it from the poor? From the poor. Listen to this. Proverbs 22 and 22 through 23. Rob not the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. For the Lord will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those that spoil them. You have to be egotistical and just downright a sleazeball, like Shannon Sharp said. To steal from the poor when you already have millions? I really advise you to watch what is it? All the Smoke podcast, when they did the interview with Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp he's literally a rags to riches story. He's literally getting it from the mud, you know? What's up, man? Now you need me? Oh, okay. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, that's my manager. He literally got it from the mud, you know? That's organic. And so I can see why he's so, infuriated, because you already privileged, for one, by being a so-called white man, an Edomite, right? And you still take it from the people? You was a NFL quarterback, played for the Green Bay Packers. You won you a Super Bowl ring in 1997. Took him many damn times to do it, but you got one. You have over $110 million and you robbing the poor? What kind of human being are you? I'm gonna be even if it was a Jake, an Israelite, and they were stealing from so-called white people, I'm like, bro, like, even in your heart, even though we deserve all of this because we built all of this and we don't have a stake in America, and the world got richer by slavery, it's like, even that's immoral, you know? But nonetheless, going back to Lindy Lee, the median annual income in Jackson, where there is still no clean drinking water, is $40,064. I'm sorry. Republicans steal from the poor to give to the obscenely rich. So for one, these people are talking about we don't have no clean drinking water. Brett Favre said blacks and browns don't need no water. Matter of fact, they don't even need this money. And y'all still, and I don't understand why people get so upset with us when we say that America's going to be destroyed, because America's the mystery of Babylon, because the blood that shed therein can only be cleansed by the blood of him that shed it. All this is biblical. The same Bible that they brought to the Americas, which is our history. And you have a problem with us when you just want to turn a blind eye to how America was established, and look at how we're still being treated to this day. It baffles me. Stockholm Syndrome is truly a phenomenon. Continuing. Kelly D said Brett Favre should put a $5 million down payment on a new water system for Jackson, Mississippi. Now think about this. I'm reading on screenshots from it was a Jake, a Judahite male, so-called black man. There was a Chinese woman, a Moabite woman, and it also was an Edomite woman, so-called white woman. all different type of ethnicity. They can just see the immorality of it, right? Check this out. This is Proverbs 28:27. He that giveth unto the poor shall not lack, but he that hideth his eyes shall have many a curse. That's why the Lord said, you have brought shame into your house because you cut off many people. And that was talking about the slavery and the murdering. You're cutting off the funds in the water supply to the poor. You don't think the Lord gonna curse you for that? I mean, this man already has millions of dollars, y'all. Millions of dollars already. You know? People like Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq, Big Shaq, man, Big Shaq he has a very big heart. He really be donating a lot of money. I've seen him go outside of stores and just like spend $1,000 on people, just randomly, just doing all kind of acts of kindness. And you know what he don't do? He don't publicize it. But he does it so much that people speak on it that he can't help but realize it. This man has millions of dollars and stealing from the poor. I just, wow. And people look at us, the prophets, as if we're the scum of the earth. Like we need to be locked up. Are you serious? Are you serious? All right, this is from Duty to Warn. I like that name. Holy, I'm going to read it verbatim. So if you have children, please cover their ears. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holy shit, Brett Favre. You're even more of a dick than I thought you were. You're a full-on white-collar criminal and a stupid one texting like this. Now, I don't actually have the manuscript of the Texas, but you should be able to read this. Brett Favre, August 3rd, 2017. If you were to pay me, is there any way the media can find out where it came from and how much? Nancy said, no, we never have had that information publicized. I understand you being uneasy about that though. Let's see what happens on Monday with the conversation with some of the folks at Southern. Maybe it would click with them, hopefully. Brett Favre, okay, thanks. Nancy, wow, just got off the phone with Phil Bryant, the governor. He is on board with us. We will get this done. Brett, awesome. I needed to hear that for sure. See how your skirt being lifted up, my boy? Man, oh man. Check this out. I just want to keep that on the screen for y'all. Oh, this is Ecclesiasticus 21:5. This is out of the book of Sirach and the Apocrypha, which is taken out of the 1611 King James Version Bible. It says, a prayer out of a poor man's mouth reacheth to the ears of God, and his judgment cometh speedily. See, the poor man is us. Oh, you're not poor. You can go out and make money all you want. The people now of our culture that has millions of dollars, even billion with like Oprah, that's like less than like 2%, maybe even 1% of our people. We're still in poverty. We're still poverty stricken. The first fired, the last hired, still racially profiled, still injustice upon us getting murdered and it being broadcast all over the world. Who's to save and help us? We're still that same people. We haven't been compensated. Reparations for what? Like Ezra said, if the earth be made for our sakes, how come we have not a part in it? You cannot tell me that we're not the people of the Bible. That's what Ezra's asked the Lord. But we know why. But nonetheless, this lesson is about taking from the poor. Sirach 34:20. Whoso bringeth an offering of the goods of the poor doeth as one that killeth the son before his father's eyes. Let that sink in. So he stole from the poor to give an offering. Phil Bryant and Nancy knew whoever she was. That's like you killing a man's son right before his eyes. So imagine what you're doing to the Lord's people when you're stealing from the poor to give to the rich. And Heavenly Father, his eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. And what makes it even worse, us men on earth seeing your evil, your wickedness. You are viler than the earth that you walk on. and you should be beneath it. But with that being said, I pray you is edified and fed. Stay in the spirit, don't fear it, just endure it. Ask for forgiveness, pray without ceasing. Stay humble, remain diligent. Kwame Allah, Shalom.